One of the longest awaited updates, Actually Smart Summon, is finally here. We've been waiting literally years for this update after Elon Musk first mentioned it years ago. It looks to improve on the old Smart Summon by being more capable, faster, and more reliable. I will link to some videos of the older Smart Summon, but in short, it would often get stuck, the app would be laggy, and communication between the car and the app would be really poor. With this update starting to go to testers and A.S.S going wider next now and A.S.S going wider next week, I would assume we will see rapid improvements to this software that will make it more natural and with a much longer radius. As of now, a lot of the limitations of the old Smart Summon seem to still be here in Actually Smart Summon, but the main improvements I'm noticing is app connection is excellent, the communication between your phone and the car seems instantaneous, and the car does not seem to get stuck so much. Although I did have one error during this testing. In the old Smart Summon, the car would always pause for no reason, and you wouldn't know why it was pausing. Sometimes it would restart, sometimes it wouldn't restart, and it was always a guessing game. At least what I tested here, the car was very clearly communicating with me, telling me what was going on, and so I knew it had a problem, and it recovered from that problem very quickly. A quick look at the menus shows us under the autopilot section, you will now have A.S.S, Actually Smart Summon, which you can enable. You need to agree to have your car always ready to be summoned. And then you have settings where you can choose how close or far the bumper is going to stay away from things. I left this at the default of 20 inches just to be safe for now while I'm getting used to it. And then I do want to mention standby mode as well. This is something that the old Smart Summon had as well, where your car is basically going to stay on and ready to summon all the time. This will involve additional battery drain, so just be warned. If you park at an airport or something like that, where your car is going to be parked for a long time, not plugged in, this will give you additional battery drain, so you'd want to toggle that off if you need to save battery. I'm excited to finally have this update. I did find a few bugs and hit a curb in this video, so I hope that you enjoy my sacrifice and that the next update that comes out, you will not have that issue. This video is brought to you by Joa, maker of premium Tesla and vehicle accessories. Claim your discount by using the link in the description below. All right, this is my very first run in public with Actually Smart Summon. Not gonna lie, this stuff makes me a little nervous. There's people are driving here. You know, they're going through the lane that the car is in. I don't know which way the car is gonna go. Can I zoom out of this map? It says preparing, and I'm hoping, okay, it's backing up for some reason. I'm hoping it's gonna turn to the right and come around to the right, but let's see. No, it wants to, of course, take the busiest way. Oh boy, and here comes the car. Oh, and it's getting out of the way of that car. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this stuff makes me nervous. Look at this. See, look, instantly this guy's angry. He's driving erratically. Let's see if this guy gets angry too. We got the turn signal on. That's a good start to let him know what we're gonna do. And we're going. Yes. So it is coming over to me. It's still a little slow. It's still a little slow, so, but not that bad. But you can see the drivers around here are very aggressive. They drive very fast. And a lot of people around here are not gonna be there like, oh, that's so cool. They're gonna be like, what is this crap? Get out of my way. And they're gonna go accelerating, driving around it and doing all that. But there you go. It came right to me. It actually did a pretty decent job. So let me throw it in a parking spot. All right, so I just skipped a whole section because I was trying to get this thing to come to me, but it had set itself to this, which was go to target, and the target was on the car and I didn't realize. So just be aware, it'll randomly switch between those settings. I'm not sure why. So we're gonna try to come to me here. I did have it pulled into the spot, so it would have to first back up. But when I was kind of messing with it, I used the dumb summon to pull it forward, and that did work really well. So I'm like, oh, you're gonna back up? Okay, so it seems to always start with a slight backup before it goes. And I'm at the point here where I'm trying to do this with like not a lot of cars around, just so I can kind of get used to it. And like this Jeep just came and parked right next to me the second I started doing this. So it's super awkward for me, but whatever. So turn signal's on, that's nice. It's gonna take all this stuff nice and slow and cautiously, which is fine for now. And here it comes. Wonder if this person's mind is gonna be blown or they're just not gonna care. And there it is. So it did that fine once again. Now I wanna put it in a parking spot where it will have to first back up out of the parking spot and then it can start going. So I'm still holding the button and it stops right there for me. So speed is pretty decent, stopping is pretty nice, and it's not as jerky as the older versions were. All right, so here's our biggest test yet. I'm gonna hold come to me, and I'll tell you a few things I'm noticing about this so far. So the car is gonna have to come across right here is like the main road of the parking lot basically. And right now the Model Y is gonna have to back out of its parking spot, which it looks like it's starting to do. and come across that main road and come over here to me, and I may walk away to kind of make it harder for the car. But the main thing I'm noticing right now is the app works so much better in terms of responsiveness. Like seeing the cameras is sick. I mean, I would still always keep an eye on the car, especially as this first starts out, but being able to see the cameras is really nice. And the path looks really cool too, how it's kind of making that flow on the map there. But yeah, it's coming across, doing a nice job there. But the app is just super responsive. So in the old Smart Summon, the not Smart Summon or whatever you would call it, the app was very clunky and didn't work very well. So I'm gonna back up through these lines here, and it's basically gonna have to go all the way around, or I don't know, figure something out to get to me, because I don't think it will drive through the parking lines. So let's see what it plans here. So it thinks I was there, and now it has the new area that I'm in, and it's gonna go over this way. So let's kind of follow it a little bit here. So right now I'm looking at the camera. I can see it's totally clear. There's nothing for it to contend with. And I don't know if it can go that far. So we'll test it right now. Can I zoom out of this map? No, not really. So we'll see if it's allowed to go that far to turn around to me. And if not, I'll have to walk just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be out of bounds here. So let's see. So it's got the turn signal on. It's not stopping. So I figured that blue circle was kind of the like limit of how far away you could be, but it's still going and it's doing a great job. Man, so the speed, it's looking like 5-ish miles an hour, which I think is pretty appropriate. Uh-oh, move closer. Uh-oh, see, that's not good. So it went out of the circle and then kept going until it couldn't respond to me anymore. So let's see how close I gotta move here. And now at this point, it's in like, again, a kind of a main lane, and just stranded. So I have not let go of the button. I'm wondering, so now I should be close enough if it'll just start coming again or what it's gonna do. So this is dumb. So I'm gonna let go and hold come to me again. So it looks like that's kind of what you gotta do. So I let go of the button and repressed it, and now it looks like it's about to continue. The problem is when it first starts, it takes it a second. See, preparing, reversing for forward visibility. So that makes sense. We see it do that every time. And then it will continue here. So we got a car coming down the way, and you see it go over that yellow line there, which I guess it didn't have much of an option, but. So yeah, it did. I mean, to be fair, it did a good job. It just maybe should warn me like you're about to be out of bounds, but at the same time I saw the circle. I could have walked over there a little bit and tested it, and they are gonna expand that range as time goes on. All right, so on this one, we got the car, again, coming to me. I put this shopping cart a little bit in the way. I might push it out a little bit more as the car gets closer. I don't want it in anyone else's way though. But it's gotta come across, again, that busy section that you'll see, which is like right here, and there's a stop sign that it has to contend with right here behind this tree. Depending on which route it takes, it will have to stop at that stop sign, so we'll see how it does with that, and how it goes across this busy intersection. So stop due to unexpected error. Well, that's not good because you're in the middle of the thing, so I'll let go and press it again. And I'm wondering if that's because of the bright sun that was in it, but it was in reverse, so I'm not sure if that matters that much. But we'll see. So preparing, reversing for forward visibility, because it can go forward now. Nobody's behind us. I can see the camera view is excellent. That's such a huge addition to this. And then it should stop right there. Yep, right by that fire hydrant. And then I don't see anybody coming. Oh, there's somebody flying. But they should obviously yield for us anyway. And the Tesla has no hesitancy there. Loving the turn signals. It stops at the stop sign. We're gonna get a NHTSA stop. Now we went to 1 mile per hour, which is good. And you can see that person's behind us just like, hello. And then I'm gonna push this out and see if it'll interact with that. So it looks like it is moving around it. Oh yeah, it's stopping right there for it. It put on the hazards and said, summon complete. Now, one thing to point out is if you do use Tesla's Park Assist, the vehicle will never be in a position where it needs to back out of a spot. But it actually seems like the car is more comfortable backing out of spots because it first reverses to get that forward visibility. And that's something hopefully we won't have to see on the Cybertruck, because the Cybertruck does have that forward-facing camera. But as we know with Cybertruck's current implementation of Park Assist, it doesn't use that forward-facing camera, at least not yet, for that one single ability that the Cybertruck finally has. So a slower example here of an auto park. Not the end of the world. The way I use Autopark is I usually click it and then I take my seatbelt off and get my stuff ready so I can kind of do stuff as the car's parking, and it ends up being a net gain in time, even though I maybe would have been able to park faster. So another thing I always find interesting is doing a go to target while I'm sitting in the car, just to kind of see how it feels and what the screen is displaying, which you'll know from the video. But I'm going to hold go to target here. Whoa, a huge clunk of the brake there. So we're doing a backup to get our forward visibility, which is telling me in the app, and I'm just chilling here in the car. I am smart summoning, but I'm still in the driver's seat. So if we do have an error, then I can, take over. So let's see, it should wait for this pickup truck here. It is definitely waiting, all good. We'll make the turn. Very nice, and then we should make another turn, or is it at the next one? See, I don't even know. Man, that's sun. But it looks like the forward, you can see the forward camera here. I have the screen recording going, and it looks pretty good. Man, we're close to that curve. Oh my goodness. It hit the curve. Holy moly. Actually dumb summon. Wow. I could tell we were too close, but I didn't want to interrupt it. Jeez. And it aborted. Well, hey, see? I'm glad I was in the car for that one. But at the same time, if I was looking from the outside, I may have stopped it because it would have been so obvious that that was going to happen. But it was obvious from in here, too. So looking here, luckily I don't think I see anything damage-wise. I'm pretty sure it hit this front tire. I thought my rim was going to be all scraped up, but I don't see anything. So we got lucky there was all rubber that hit there. But yeah, look out for that. That's similar to what people have experienced with certain branches of, I think, 12.5. It hasn't happened to me yet, but people have been saying they hit curbs. And so that happened to us with actually Smart Summon just then. So yeah, make of that what you will.